Hey, it's Astra, and we wanted to find out exactly how this platform works. So I brought in Pete Rollins, our COO of XChange Place. Can you just walk us through this?
Hi, Ash. I absolutely can. I'm excited to do it. So what we're looking at here is the XChange Place platform. You'll notice that once you come to the landing page, you can see a list of all of the alternative assets. So XChange Place is your one-stop access point to alternative asset investing. So normally people are used to their traditional trading accounts for their stocks and bonds. What they don't get access to are these alternative assets. You're used to seeing institutional investors have access to this. But what we're trying to do at XChange Place is to bring that to everybody. So we have some really, really exciting categories, which I can show you here.
Yeah, I see we have sports, entertainment, art, real estate. I mean, the list just goes on and on here. Which one were we going to start with?
Why don't we start with alternatives?
Okay.
So if we click into the alternative asset class, you can see we have categories such as structured notes, hedge funds, venture capital, mutual funds, our own XChange Place funds, and then private credit.
Okay.
You'll notice down below here, we'll have unique content about how each one of these asset classes work. So you'll be able to click into here and really find out what's going on with these assets. Again, you'll have a small amount of information regarding this category, and you'll be able to click into each subcategory to see what the offerings are.
Now, let's just say that I wanted to invest in something right now. Can we just walk through something to show?
Absolutely. So if you look here, this is one of our 5-year secured investments. So if you click into this category or this offering, you'll get information. So here we're really just giving you some content about what the offering is. Again, you'll see videos. You'll have professionals speaking on the topics that we're investing in. You'll have a list of frequently asked questions that you can click through. Related posts. So there'll be a blog site with content for each one of these offerings. It's really designed for you to get all the access and all of the information you'd get at any kind of standard investment meeting.
Now, I notice it says price per share, $5,000.
Great question. So again, this first page is about content. It's really giving you information to see whether it's something you may be interested in investing in. Mm-hmm. So if you look over here, you'll see the Start Investing button. So the Start Investing button is going to take you to a transactional page. The transactional page is going to be more akin to a private investment. So you'll be able to see the real nitty-gritty as to what we're investing in. So you'll get all the details around the offering. You'll get the start date. You'll get the minimum investments, the total investments. And if you look down here on the bottom right, you'll get access to all the legal documentation. So your term sheets, your offering documents, and your subscription documents. We really want to make sure the investors get all of the information before they click that Invest Now button. We want to make sure people are as comfortable with their investments as they can possibly be.
Now, is there a way to maybe structurize, let's say I wanted to only invest $1,000 or I wanted to invest $10,000 and I wanted to find the actual spots where I can find the exact, I guess, funds that I can invest in?
Yes. So great question. We list on this right-hand margin, you can see minimum investments for all of these. The purpose of the fractionalized alternative assets is that you can really spread a small amount of money across a lot of different investments. Mm-hmm. So it really gives you the ability to, if you want to take part in a structured note, or let's say you want to invest in a new film project or the next great music band, or maybe a professional athlete's contract. There's so many different things you can do right on our platform. So we try to give you as much information as we can right before you get to the point where you're going to invest.
And what type of range of minimum investment do you offer?
Great question. So there is as little as $1,000. Some of the funds will be higher, more like $25,000 to $50,000. Really depending on the size of the investment and the issuer.
And now, are you attaching this to your bank account?
Another great question. So we integrate with Plaid, a third-party company that will basically link to your bank account. Mm-hmm. You'll go into your own user bank account. You'll give permission for your bank to pay into an escrow account. So once the funds are into the escrow account, that's the only connection. We don't keep any connections to the bank at all. You also have the ability to do a wire or a check.
Now, is everything encrypted? Because I know a lot of people always get a little funny about wanting to put their banking information in.
100%. We go out of our way to make sure all the data that you transfer is encrypted.
Okay.
And we don't use that.
That's great. Now, can we try to look into another type of fund that you guys have?
I can. If you'll allow me to, I just wanted to scroll a little bit further down. And as we were talking about this being more one-stop shop in terms of your investment meeting, you can also see down here, you can see the pitch deck that you would use in a standard investment type meeting. So all the information about this investment, again, is put through into this pitch deck here. You probably noticed on the right here, the
An
XPI pops up.
Yes.
So that is XChange Place's AI. You can use this to ask questions about any topic we have on the site, and it just gives you access to AI. And again, the questions are unlimited. It really is. It's been helpful, and people have been pretty excited about it.
Now, what if somebody wanted to speak to an actual person because they have a question that the AI can't answer?
On the bottom right here, there's a help button, and there's also, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can always access us at support.exchangeplace.freshdesk.com.
Very cool.
And we're happy to get back to people as quickly as possible. And we're very excited about what we have to offer, and we love to talk to people about what's going on.
We're excited
and I will
too.
give you one quick demo. So at the bottom of the page, again, we tried to make this as quick and easy as possible. So this looks a lot like any other investment platform you would see. You'll go to Invest Now, and the transaction ticket will pop up. So you'll punch in here the quantity you'd like to invest. It'll give you the dollar amount.
Is it per share or is it per dollar?
Its quantity would be per share. So if we wanted to do 5 shares, it'll pre-populate your total dollars.
Gotcha.
And then you'll be able to choose your payment source.
And for this particular one, it does say the minimum investment is $25,000. So you do need a minimum of 5 quantity shares.
That's right. And we've built in so that if by some chance you punched in 1 share, it will tell you that
It's invalid or
you haven't met the minimum investment.
Got it. Okay.
And that is it. Let's close out of here. Once you've invested, people are going to want to, no doubt, monitor their portfolios, right? Mm-hmm. This is, again, like any other transaction platform. So once you've completed your investment, you can also go into the portfolio, see what your past investments have been, what your portfolio looks like, your total amount invested, everything you could possibly need. If you look to the right here, you can also click into the view and see transaction details.
Now, how long must one person keep their investment in for before they are able to take it out?
So most of the early investments on XChange Place will be Regulation D investments. Those require a 12-month holding period. So after the 12 months and everything's registered, we can then develop a secondary market for each of the offerings.
Very cool. This is so exciting. Can we see maybe the real estate page?
Sure. So we'll click back on the logo up top. Mm-hmm. And from here, again, we go back into the main category of each of the offerings. You can go through. We'll click real estate. Again, you'll see the different categories here. For this example, we can choose residential real estate.
Very nice.
Same deal. You'll see the different offerings here. Each one of these will have its own content. So there's no limit to what we can put in here. Each offering has its own kind of depth of content we can put around it. We aim for this to be entertaining as much as it's a professional investment site, but you want to enjoy the process of investing. You want to enjoy the process of following your investments.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you do invest in a residential place, what happens if the place gets sold?
So if you invest pre-sale, once it's sold, the proceeds will be fractionalized or distributed to each investor pro rata.
That's interesting. Can we go to sports?
Sure. Again, we'll click that XChange Place logo, and we'll come back to our main landing page.
Great. So you offer athletes, motorsports, amateur teams, thoroughbreds.
Yes, we're trying to cover the entire gamut. The there's no limit to the amount of sports enthusiasts there are out there.
Lots.
So this again is just another way to make your investing not only financially rewarding but fun.
Right. And then in entertainment, we have musicians.
And yes, and we can click through.
Just click the XChange Place on the top left.
Over and over.
Bring us
Again,
back
we
to the
tried to
home
make
screen.
this as simple as possible. Entertainment, we'll go through. You'll see feature film, theater, television, music.
Okay.
But yes, if there's an up and coming musician, this is a great way for them to, get their story out, to see some of their videos, see where they're going to.
If there is an up and coming musician that wants to get on the platform, how would they go about reaching out?
Same way, you can reach out on the email on the bottom, send us a message, send us some content. We're happy to go through it, and if we can help, we would love to.
That's great. And you guys also offer art too, I noticed.
We offer art as well. There are art's been an asset class that has always been pitched as not correlated to the investment market. So art is it's an exciting asset class. It's something that almost nobody can get involved in because the pricing on some of these finer works of art are so expensive. So to be able to fractionalize a Picasso and have 1,000 investors come in and be able to say, oh, I own a piece of this. And much like you were asking before, what happens with the real estate once it's sold? If the company buys a work of art, fractionalizes it, and down the road sells it out, those proceeds will be distributed on a pro rata basis to all the investors, and then they can redeploy their investment into other exciting offerings.
This is very interesting. Obviously, you could always go to exchangeplace.io to get right into our website and start playing around yourself and invest. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This was great.